Alright, what's up you guys? Today, finally putting a hitch on my 2005 Honda Accord. I had an appointment to get a U-Haul hitch installed with the wire harness, but they only will do a 1-inch hitch, which doesn't work for what I need it for. I want to put a dirt bike carrier on this thing and be able to tow around my little utility trailer if I don't feel like driving my truck that day. So, yeah, should be pretty simple. I'm gonna use the factory tow strap hook like everyone else does. U-Haul would do the same thing. I'm gonna put double shear tabs on both sides of it, run a bolt through it, and then I'm going to, I think what I'm gonna do is run a piece of rectangle tubing up to this part of the unibody support, and do it on the other side too. So I will film the process, do a little time lapse, and yeah, and then we'll cut to some videos of me driving around with the bike carrier on there. So follow along, and thanks for watching. Alright, I've got this bar made. It's just some old structural rectangle tubing I had laying around. What is that? 120? Or 250? I don't know. Plenty thick, plenty strong. Fully welded around. I'm going to cap that. So this sits like this under the car. This side goes to the receiver. This side is going to be where it's welded up to the whatever you want to call that, the unibody frame part. I need to build something else for the other side. Alright, that is done. It's all welded up. This stuff is a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, but it'll do the job. I've used this on a few projects, so I know it holds up pretty well. Ultimately, you could do tabs coming down from the body to make this removable. Doing this as a bolt-on was kind of the rest of it is going to be welded on. But if I had a lift and a second set of hands, I would do that, but I don't care if it's permanent. Cut it off if I have to, worst case. So that's it for this thing. I'm gonna get it bolted up and welded in, and then see what the final product looks like. Alright, I'm not too sure how all the time lapses came out. I was kind of over it, so I just knocked it out. That's what it looks like. That bike is backwards and it is not strapped in, but you get the idea. I did end up angling the whole thing a little bit like that, just to give me a little bit more clearance over bumps and whatnot. I don't know if you can tell, it's not too drastic, but I mean, this is what I'm gonna use the hitch receiver for 9 out of 10 times, just to carry pit bikes, to go riding and stuff like that. Still use my truck for bigger trailers, obviously, and big size dirt bikes, although I may throw a big dirt bike on this eventually, who knows. But yeah, pit bikes most of the time, and just the oddball utility trailer deal in town. So there it is. I will get some clips driving around, I think, but it's solid. I mean, I bounced around on this thing with me on it. The welds are fine, so I still need to wire in a plug. But let's see if I can get under here and show you guys what I did. So this one, it's all painted. Let's see, this one mounts right up there. I don't know if you can see it. Don't mind the welds. They are, the ones going to the chassis are not very good looking. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna hide it from you. Welding upside down's not the funniest. That's not the funnest, as I'm sure some of you know. There's this side. So there you can kind of see. So really simple, you know, if you have an angle grinder and a welder, you can do this no problem. I did end up pulling the bumper off at the end of it, and it made final welding so much easier, and it was very easy to do that, so I highly recommend doing that for yours.